Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. So, scripts were supposed to be written. Oh my god, you're knocking my fucking set all over the place. Scripts were supposed to be...
Come on.
Just don't do downward dog.
I will not kill anybody on this episode. Anyways, so ladies and gentlemen, yes, again, I have had this for a little bit. We've been trying to get people on to the show, and since we haven't had them on, it's been sitting in my fridge for a while. And I've talked with Stanley Park Brewing when I had their, they had a Brewmaster launch here in Calgary. And I told them that I had this beer in my fridge, and the first thing they said to me was, oh my god, throw that shit out. Not that it's bad, because it was actually a really good beer. It's because I've had that in my fridge for over a year. Yeah, we've got the Lulu Lemon and Stanley Park Brewing Curiosity Lager. Now, for the people out there that have been all up in people's business about, oh my god, they're owned by a microbrewery, you know what? Sit back, take your tinfoil hats off, and just relax. There we go. See? Just relax. Thank you, Lulu Lemon. I can't fit in your shit.
And be thankful he was actually going to try.
Oh yes, I was. Anyways, we're gonna see how this is and how this is aged over a period of time.
And I have actually had it as soon as it came out. I bought it at the Sobeys. So, I will be the test subject.
Yep. Now, if you haven't seen things before and you actually haven't seen the review before, there was a beer that Joe actually did where I actually aged for a bit. He had, and it sucked. And I aged it afterwards and he liked it. I'm hoping we get the same result here, but I doubt it. I really doubt it.
This beer is actually very interesting because the hops itself is actually a lemon drop hops. So it is actually very citrusy to even begin with.
So yeah, this is apparently it's, as you said, it's lemoning. Stanley Park is owned by a macro brewery now, and just throw that out the window for a bit and just watch our shit, okay? So the smell. Oh god.
Same scent as before.
Really?
Yeah.
It smells stale.
It started off kind of a stale, wet scent.
With a little hoppy back note.
That's the lemon drop hop.
What do you get out of this, Joe?
To me, it looks and smells like a Chinese beer.
Ooh.
I don't know, because
It could be a really good thing or a really bad thing.
Why does Buddha beer all of a sudden come into play here?
Tsingtao is notorious for being a really dank beer.
Oh, yes.
Just smells just really disgusting. When you put that in your mouth, you're like, I fucking love this shit.
Now,
At least I do. I love Tsingtao. I've always loved Tsingtao.
We also have to remember this has been in my fridge for a year. So we've been actually holding off on this for a bit, so it could have aged poorly. But I've had it in a cold controlled area for the past little bit, so it shouldn't have aged as much.
A nice bar.
It's actually surprisingly very active for being
so long. It is, and that's what I like about this. So,
it is a highly carbonated beer to begin with.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Well, I was going to be dressing up in yoga outfits and everything else like that, having the yoga mat, and yeah, it ain't happening. Unfortunately, with everything that happened.
No, fortunately.
Fortunately,
He was going to show up in public with yogas.
this
And
fat
that would
bastard
involve,
was going to look damn sexy for what he has.
and that would involve police dogs.
Police dogs, search helicopters, SWAT teams, and
All
they
to get his
still couldn't
autograph.
find me because I'm that damn sexy.
All to get his autograph.
Yeah, there's that too. Anyways, I'm not afraid of Americans. I'm not afraid to try this. I'm not afraid of the world. Cheers!
It's actually kind of tamed since last I had it.
And that's...
Before, it was actually a little more sour.
I don't understand why they say throw it.
I don't know. Like, well, that's the thing is they were scared that it was aged because they said that it would only age for about 7 months.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
it would
that I
start
can
to go
see
up.
with this type of beer.
I think if it's sat room temperature on a shelf somewhere, maybe.
Yeah.
But since you had it in the fridge, like
And that's the thing is like I knew I'd
It's
have
fine.
it for a while, so I threw it in the fridge because I wanted to slow down the aging process.
yeah,
And I've actually seen what happens to a beer after it's sat on a shelf for 4 years. It actually comes out solid.
It depends. Depends on, yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, you can't keep Budweiser on the shelf for 4 years. That's
This one that I emptied came out solid.
Okay. But this one, it's not bad. It's a lager. The way I find it, it's a lager with a little bit of a lemon back note on it. It does have a tinny taste because it has been in the can for a while, but it's not as bad as it could be.
Yeah.
But actually, I found that when I drank it when it first came out, that's actually the way it tasted. That's basically what the lemon hops was.
So it tastes the same to you?
Yes, actually, the lemony has kind of gone away a bit, but otherwise, it's just a little watered down from before, and it's just like almost a lemon cough drop without the medicine.
Fair enough. Overall, apparently Lulu Lemon and Stanley Park have actually gotten together again and done another collaboration. I did not know this, and I have not seen anything come into the Alberta market, but they've done another collaboration because this one actually sold out in minutes in Vancouver.
That's crazy.
It is. I can't read. I've got on my glasses.
Oh, the last part, Curiosity Lager, is a crisp, delicious lager brewed with Alberta barley, featuring Chinook and lemon drop hops from right here in the Pacific Northwest. So this is all from the Northwest, all from Canada, from Alberta and BC, keeping my dad employed.
Yes, it does keep.
It's well-balanced approach and ideally suited to just about any taste. Sounds like a really cool park that you'd know. I wonder which park that's talking about.
Durr! If you've never been to Vancouver, there's only one park that hasn't been corrupted by all the pollution out there. Come on, folks, it's Stanley Park! Anyways.
Oh, here I thought you would have said the Capricorn Bridge.
No, Capilano?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm from BC, can you tell? But yeah, no, honestly, it's not that bad of a beer. I'm glad that they use Alberta barley because a lot of people use Alberta barley and going to Trolley 5, we've learned two-row barley, is it? Or
Two-row malt.
Two-row malts,
Yep.
yes, sorry. They use those and it does keep your dad employed, my soon-to-be father-in-law employed, and honestly, it's not bad. Like, this is crushable beer. It's really good. If you take away the fact that Lulu Lemon was involved in it, yeah, I can drink it. No problem.
It does make a very nice patio beer on a hot day.
It does.
And I did have it on a hot day.
Or after a 2-hour hot yoga session.
Yeah, there's that too. After, but at the same point in time,
What?
I've walked into Lulu Lemon and I've walked out going, I feel like a fat bastard. I need to drink a beer. You think I'd be choosing this one? No.
What are you talking about? Last time I walked into Lululemon, I felt like a little bit of a...
Yeah. But you're not as old as I am, you young whippersnapper. Anyways,
Grandpa.
what do you guys think? Like, would you actually go out and purchase this again if you had the opportunity to?
If they re-released it, I'd probably buy it again.
I would actually get this in a 6-pack.
Yeah. It's just a nice, like, if you're looking for just a nice, simple lager,
Something
no,
else.
no frills, no whistles, no nothing, just like, you just want a nice lager, it's fantastic.
It's almost like a lager that you add a lemon wedge to.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, no, I can see that. I can actually, if it was a hot summer day, I was in Vancouver being all douchey and stuff, I'd actually order this beer. I wouldn't order it because of the fact that they do a collaboration with Lulu Lemon and Stanley Park.
But you gotta look at the beer as a beer and not
And
the
I
name.
am. See, that's the thing is I'm trying to, but I also look at it as many different things. You don't, when you think Lululemon, do you think beer? Seriously, do you think beer when you think Lululemon? I personally do not.
Actually, to be honest, I picture a bunch of girls just sitting around talking about doing yoga and not actually doing it.
And drinking wine.
Yeah.
Not beer. I can't see, and that's the thing is, I
Well, maybe
understand
that's what they're trying to do is break that mold that we have.
the stereotype.
That Lululemon is just for girls and girls only drink wine, which is absolutely not true.
No, it
I
isn't.
mean, in the craft beer market, so many of the customers are female, not just male.
Exactly, and that's so true. I mean, it's a really tough thing, and it's a good sell. Like I have to applaud them for the marketing. I really do. The marketing with Lululemon and Stanley Park. You have Stanley Park, which is a beautiful park. It is absolutely gorgeous, and if you've not visited it, go check it out. Spend a day there, spend 2 days there. Just don't go to the aquarium because you lose all your money just on the admission alone. But it's still a fun place to go. Honestly, walking around the seawall, it's beautiful. I miss it. But I can see where Lululemon comes from it, but I think more the States when I think Lululemon. I don't think Vancouver. But I can see where they're coming from because Vancouver can be... I'm sorry, Vancouverites, I really am. I'm a Victoriite, but at the same point in time, you guys are so fucking stuck up.
Shots fired.
I went to live there and I couldn't do it because I just couldn't handle it. It's so big, so pretentious and everything else like that. I love BC. I love the small West Coast. And I can see where Lululemon and Stanley Park come together because they are almost two peas in a pod. So yes, I would buy this beer again if I was sitting on a patio enjoying a nice meal in Vancouver and I wanted something to drink that was quick, easy, and crushable because this is actually a crushable beer.
Whereas I see this more as a standalone drinking on a patio beer while just looking out on the ocean side. With a meal, I'd have something else, but this is a great start.
And that's, I can see that. I really could.
Yeah.
So your scores, folks. I mean, we've been rambling on about how much Vancouver is a douchey place. I mean, I've been rambling on. These guys have been like, oh God, here he goes.
You know, like I said earlier, it's not a beer with the bells and the whistles or anything like that. It's not trying to be pretentious even, which is when you factor in what you've said and the fact that it's Lululemon and Stanley Park. Not saying Stanley Park's pretentious, but Vancouver has the pretentious people. You would think that this would be like some kind of like nose in the air kind of like this is my beer kind of thing.
A little,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not. It absolutely isn't. It's just a really nice lager. If you just want something to drink on a nice hot summer day, this is your beer for you. That nice little lemon note from the lemon hops really gives it a nice little touch.
It takes the hops away.
Almost a candy flavor, but it kind of removes the strength of a lager.
Yeah.
And it removes the
So,
hops away a little bit.
My number for would be 3.5 out of 5.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
3.75, but this is a great starter beer for somebody looking to get into something like craft beer.
And you know what? I agree with both of you. I really do because yes, this is a great starter beer. Marketing wise, this is beautiful. Stanley Park and Lululemon. You put Lululemon on anything. Like you see those people walk around with the Lululemon bags as they go to work. It's got the marketing plan. It's got everything else like that. The beer, it's a safe bet. It is honestly a safe bet.
Yeah.
It's like the $1.25 reasonable bags that you can get.
It is, and it's true. And I mean, I would actually give this. I give this about a 3.5 out of 5. It's a good beer. It's a safe bet beer. It's crushable for the people that want to sit back, pound a beer back, and continue on their way.
And it's a safe patio beer.
Yes, exactly. But for the higher up craft beer snobs, they probably look at this going, no thank you, because Lulu Lemon and Stanley Park. Lulu Lemon's a big name in yoga. Stanley Park's been bought out by I want to say Labatt's, and I think I'm correct on this. I look at it and it's a safe bet beer, and it's great for the average person that's going from, say, a macro to a craft. It's a good transition period beer.
If you want something like this, you can always just go with a shandy. It's just the fact that
Ooh, no.
this
I wouldn't say
is a
so.
4.6, where a shandy would be about a 2.
And see, that's the thing. You don't call it a shandy. I wouldn't call it a shandy.
Not
though.
quite.
Because the hops, you don't actually use lemon juice, you use a lemon drop hop. So it's a different thing altogether. Overall, yeah, no kidding. It's a safe bet. It really is. So if you find the next generation of this, give it a shot and let me know what you think, because I haven't had it yet, and this has been a year in my fridge and it's still good. It really is still good, and it's not. It keeps going for a bit. So, if you want something for the Indian summer that we're having, have it. If you find it, have it. Drink it, pound it, have another one. Overall, folks, yeah, it's a safe bet beer. I'm PK. This is Red. This is Joe from Brew Games. We're all drunk, and we'll see you real soon. Have a good night, folks. Thanks again.
Cheers.